Hi guys, it's Tina from Stride and I'm lucky to find with me today Enakshi Raj. How are you, Enakshi?
Good. It's such a beautiful day here at Lord's.
So we're here test match day 2.
Yeah, I mean, a women's test at Lord's is something we had been waiting for forever. So to actually witness that happening, I was emotional yesterday.
Yeah, we're making history. Okay, so we've seen women's cricket really evolve over the last few years. What do you think has changed the most and what do you think still needs to change to make every girl feel inclusive?
I think it's way more structured than it was even like 5 years ago. We've had leagues which are being broadcasted, be it the Women's Premier League in India or the 100, and professional contracts. We're now standing here who will be able to explain this much better than I can, which is part of the ecosystem. I'm part of the ecosystem in a very different way, which is speaking to athletes, speaking to players, understanding the stories. The kind of media training that girls have these days, if you were to speak to a female cricketer 5 years ago, because they never had that exposure, they would be so afraid to speak to the camera. But if you want to speak to any female cricketer these days, they're already so used to the ecosystem, people knowing the names. A lot of them are genuine household names because of these leagues and not just international cricket. And we had a World Cup here and England was playing in the final, so you saw 28,000 people watching. I don't think that would have happened 5 years ago or even like 3 years ago. So a lot has changed in the last 4 years. And even like structures within the team, if you see the coaches, if you see the players, they have nutritionists, they have strength and conditioning coaches, and they are developing a game in a way which is specifically for female athletes and not just replicating what's there for men.
If you could give one piece of advice to a girl picking up a bat for the first time today, what would it be and what do you wish someone would have told you when you were young?
I think this generation, the upcoming generation, they would never have to think that this is a boys' game. They already belong here. We saw that yesterday. We had a couple of sessions in the Lord's Performance Center for young kids, and there were more girls than boys. And I haven't seen that ever in like 10 years ago. So I would just say enjoy. You don't have to worry about anything. This is the generation where you will get everything. You will never feel that you don't belong to this game.
So at Stride, we believe in 5 pillars: technique, tactics, strength, mental resilience, and nutrition. Which of these pillars do you think athletes most often overlook?
I think it has to be mental resilience, because that's something you're not consciously thinking about, but it takes a toll on you. If you're playing cricket every Sunday or every Saturday, be it professional cricket or be it club cricket, you don't realize how tiring it is to be on the field for 8 hours, but you only think of the physicality of it. You don't think how mentally tiring that is to be there, involved, meeting new people, meeting new teams, and ensuring that you feel a part of the game and you are able to take care of your body and your mind both alike and not just your body. So I think that's one thing, if young players can actually work on since the start, it will really help them when they actually go on to play professional cricket.
Amazing, brilliant. Okay, thank you very much.